Today on Over a Cup of Tea, I have a person whose story I want to tell everyone, who is so passionate about his life that he sets an example for everyone. Today we have the pleasure of having Natraj Pandian. Natraj, or should I say Nattu? Uh,
That's a private friendship name.
right. So Natraj, when your journey started from Bombay, like you
Yeah,
came to Dubai and you started off very low,
yeah.
how was the change and how passion led you, like especially the part where Abdul Latif Al Saig, he played a part in changing your life? We would like to know from that.
True. So I wasn't a graduate when I left Bombay because I was into sports. That too, a very tough sports bodybuilding. I was trying to be Mr. Bombay, Mr. India, and so I was not concentrating much on studies. So I had to discontinue my studies, and there was a certain age I had to get into a job. So yes, talking about Mr. Abdullah Dipal Saig, we worked in the same company, one of the big semi-government in Dubai, UAE. Yes, he was a young CEO or managing director at that time, almost our age, and he saw the way, I was actually an office boy that time, so it was kind of undigestive for me to do that job because I was at the final year of graduation and I flunked. So that opportunity he created, and not only him, Mr. Paul Chirayat, I believe he's in New York right now, settled with his grandkid. He's the one who taught me technically things. And that time, the only qualification I had was that I can speak good English. There was an option in given to Paul Chirayat to pick two-person, me and one more colleague, also an office boy. So he said, I'll pick Natraj because he speak English. I think I can train him. So that's how I got into technical department.
How was that change? Like, because I
I was,
remember,
I
I
was,
remember
yeah,
you working hard for your CCNE, CCNA, and all
yeah,
those networking examinations, and work and studies at the same time for a person who was only into bodybuilding.
yeah. So the thing was, I was put into technical team. So I do my basic job morning, cleaning the office and making tea to the managers, uh, not the staff, I believe, to the managers and the directors. So after that, I will switch back to Mr. Paul Charat, technical room, and he will train me how to do a live show, OBs and all. And thanks to the Ramadan month, where we had continuous of 3 OBs a day for 30 days, approximately 90 plus OB. And Mr. Paul Chira trained me so much that I could handle 2 OBs. That's like I did 60 OBs a day. That was the time when Mr. Abdul Latif Al Saig gained confidence on me and said, you know what, continue this, but I don't want you to stop. I want you to learn more. But in engineering, right now, there are lots of facilities in audio engineering or broadcast engineering. You can do diploma degrees. That time, there was no diploma degrees. So I was wondering, what should I do? Then the next step and next thing I saw was IT. So that's where I started assisting the IT. So I would do my job in the morning, coffee tea, and again evening 4:30 coffee tea. And then in between, I'll be with Mr. Paul Chirayat, and I will also request the IT guys that, you know what, if you need to change the RAM or switch the machine or install Windows 2000, that was the time, NT to 2000. So I would tell them, you know what, let me do it. So that's how it started. But they said, IT again said that I need to do the basic hardware course. So then I went for a hardware course, which was 45 days course, approximately 2 to 3 hours a day. So then I could, so they said then I could assemble a PC. So that's how I started assembling a PC, and they would give me that time. It's not the use and throw policy. You alter, you modified, you after a year you increase the RAM speed and the hard disk capacity, storage, and so they used to give this job to me. So that also went parallelly. So the office boy was also there. That was my basic designation and job, and then the technical engineering OB, mostly concentrating on outside broadcasting. And then in between, I used to assemble the PC. the PC. So it went for a year, and then I felt that I can still do more. So that's where I went and joined MCSA, MCSE. 7 exam, I believe 74 or 84 was the passing mark. I did 10 attempts, 7 cleared. That's when I surprised the whole management. And then from an office boy designation, I was directly given a system administrator designation. But it took me 3 years. Yeah, three and a half years. I mean, we were together. Yeah.
For the purpose of letting people know, that change from a person who had not had that confidence, where you didn't have a degree, from there you cleared everything, became a system administrator. That change I had seen in you, where you became a very responsible IT manager, more of an administrator, and that change really even changed your outlook, the way you speak to people and all that. So how difficult was it for you managing all these things?
First of all, we are stuck with certain mentality that if I don't have a degree, I cannot achieve anything. If I can't speak English, I cannot be confident. So this is what I had to break in first. That I don't have a degree, fine, and my life is not finished. It's just started. And even after 25 years, I still try new things. As you said, I didn't mention about CCNA, CCNP. I went to that level, but sometimes you feel that what, this is not my cup of coffee. So I didn't continue the CCNP, CCIE level. I even set up a lab at my that time in the sharing apartment. I had 8 routers and I wanted to do CCIE and stuff, but I discontinued. So it's all about you. It's all about how confident you are, what you want. You know. So for me, degree is important, very important. We'll come back to that later. Um, Degree is very important, but at the same time, if you're not achieved that level, you need to gain confidence and you need to do the max so that you fit into that level. So that 6 years experience as a system administrator, a system manager, gave me so much of confidence. But you know how the multinational companies and international UAE and stuff market, you need to have a degree. So I went and resigned in the previous company where we were working after a 7-year experience. With all my gratuity, my whatever savings, I went to UK, Northumbria University, which is in Newcastle, England. And because of all this experience and certification, whatever I have gained, the university agreed to give me admission in the final year. So I did a honors degree in computer application in Northumbria. I was into the final year. So all I spent was 1 full year. And before that, I even tried doing the university, open university, but then that certification doesn't help. It says open university. So I had to discontinue that. When I was in Dubai, I was doing, I don't want to mention the name of the university. I did. So you need to plan, you need to have a good advice. First of all, you need to trust yourself. You need a proper mentor. Sometimes you need to work on your own. Sometimes certain things after working for many years won't work out for you. It's okay to let it go. Sometimes you have to go back and think what I have discontinued. You do that thing again. So yeah, that's how I pursued a degree, a honorable degree from Northumbria. So yeah, I think I trusted me. And the main blockage was somebody told me that it doesn't matter if you don't have a degree. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter no matter how old you are. Your passion or your interest and what lifestyle you want to live, you have to go chase, but in a smarter way. So I couldn't, I always wanted a degree, but I didn't quit my job. I waited for the right time. I've saved some money. Uh, then that's how I planned and went. So a well planned, a confident. This is what I have fallen many times. It's not like that was the only one university I approached, or it was only one time I did CCNA, CCNP. I failed many times. I get upset, but then that's how life is. You know, it's losing and winning is very equal. All you have to do is balance and stay confident. So
when
yeah,
I
that's
when
all.
I think of those times when you said you were working on IT as well as being an office boy, was there any kind of difference in the people whom you interacted? Did they treat you as an equal, or did they treat you as, oh, this guy just run?
Uh, okay. I had many people were encouraging me. You know, encouraging me in a sense, even if I did a big technical blunder, even I would, at certain times, because of me, the broadcast got delayed. But the management or the kind of RJs, or even you, I mean, I remember the first time I went on a radio, somebody early morning show, breakfast show, called me, you know what, not to come in. And I thought maybe he just got calling me to have a chit chat in between the show. So, we do that all the time. And it was you, Kicha. I call you Kicha. He called me in and he said, we are going live on air. You didn't even give me time, and you took me on air and you told the entire UAE that what I am. So, people have been very supportive. People have been very encouraging. And there are people we feel that they're ignoring us. It's no. We feel that they're ignoring us. They don't really ignore you. Everybody wants you to grow. I don't think anybody will stop you if you want to grow. No, it's just our misunderstanding about people. So that's like 2-3% people when I meet them now, because I feel I have a better lifestyle. I can equally talk to them, and they're still the same. So I believe it's nobody goes against you when you want to come up in life.
When you actually said you had many falls, what actually kept you up? Like, what brought you back from that fall? Because many people who follow passion, they fall and they feel we cannot get up. So what made you get up?
See, I I failed when I was doing bodybuilding. Uh, at the age of 21, 22 is the last year if you want to win the title. I didn't win the title. I was very upset. I discontinued. But after 10, 15 years, again, I started. Now it's not about the title or what. It's about, is it the passion about the title or staying fit and, living healthy, living a clean life. So we need to understand what exactly we want. So that's how I corrected myself, that I didn't fail. It's not about the title. It's not like after 21 winning the title, I'm gonna just quit and eat and not work out. It's a lifelong process. So the failure is something which we uh, I don't know how to say, but yeah. So I even the exams, whatever I failed, maybe certain exams like CCNP, I couldn't continue. But then I thought maybe I'm not meant for that. I'm more of a broadcasting engineer, more of a person who can build a studio or design a broadcasting system or do a better live broadcast OB outside world and stuff like that. So I started concentrating myself on that, and that doesn't make me feel I failed. Yeah, but you get upset when you go for an exam. You're very confident. You appear for the exam, but then you fail. But that makes you upset at that minute. But you need to think that this failure has taught me something, and we concentrate on that. Yeah, stuff like that.
Now, when we look at that journey where from ARN to Radio Me, then to Dubai TV, that journey always had another bug in you, which is the acting bug. You wanted to be in movies and bodybuilding mainly for that, preparing for acting. I even remember the photo shoot we had where
Yeah,
you wanted to be the best. So,
yeah.
how is that journey going, and what are the main highlights of that journey?
Uh, I have grown young in last 22 years. I've grown more younger, so I'm still getting better response from Tamil film industry. And I mean, I have done one project which is half the way. And right now, I'm also signed a movie with Vikram Prabhu. I'm playing one of the negative shade lead guy. Uh, the shoot is kept on hold because of the COVID situation. So coming back to the same question, my bodybuilding or my school time karate or the roadside gymnastic in the beach, whatever, which I didn't complete. Probably it's because there is an actor inside me. I wanted to be an actor, so I have started doing everything again. I'm not into bodybuilding, but I'm more into a lean body, muscular guy. I go gymnastic twice a day. I even started my karate. I discontinued in blue belt. Now I'm a brown belt. It's quite hard to maintain. I have a family. I have a cute daughter, 6 years old. So it's quite hard. But thanks to Dubai TV, it's a government, and I work 7 hours. So I know my shift. After 7 hours, I'm out. I can plan my other activities. And the annual leave, whatever I get, I fly back to India. I give my audition, come back, or the weekend, or I work 2 weekends and then I take 4 days off, stuff like that. If I have to go for a audition or stuff, it's going on. That's what making me keep fit and younger. I have a hope, you know, and it's been 9 years now. I've been trying. There's a hope, the hope is what is keeping me fresh and active and energetic. One day I will, I'll be there.
Now come to the movie industry in India. Their education is not important. They don't check whether you're an IT person or a broadcast person.
Yeah.
You're like a basic among people who are probably not educated or probably very highly educated or mediocre education. What do you feel about the industry? Like you have worked in Kalvar Chale, and how about the
I
people
even
at
did
the
a
set?
movie with your superstar Rima Kalingal, which is on hold. Uh, Hopefully that should also work. Yeah, the thing is, acting. You know very well, acting, music doesn't need a language. So forget about the education. It doesn't matter. We have Bharati Raja, we have Raja, the maestro. Uh, they haven't gone to school, or I've never heard them speaking in English or whatever. But they are the god in the industry. So it doesn't matter. All what matters is how you treat other people with respect, and then the time management. What I see is the time management. If you're punctual, if you're perfect with your words, and apart from that, obviously there's something acting, respond. Uh, that's what is very important. Like if you see Prakash Raj sir, he's into everywhere. He speaks all the languages. Even if he doesn't speak language, I'm sure with his expression he can impress any audience. So it doesn't matter. And now with the OTP platform, uh, we have watched all the movies. I'm a big fan of Fahd Fazil. I watch a lot of his movies online, and I've been treated very well. It's not like I'm an educated guy. I go there with coat, suit, and tie, and I mingle along with them. Very nice, because I have come from a slum. I mean, so I will never forget that, and I respect my um, whatever people I'm working with, and they equally respect me that much. Whatever the small minor thing talks about the industries, is on based on individual person or that individual person, not the entire industry. So this is what my opinion is.
So let us know about your two dear people in your life, your wife and kid. Would like to know about them too.
Uh, my love story is more like Varnam Ayiram. So I had
I've heard the initial parts till the marriage.
yeah, yeah, the main reason I said I applied 100 university. No, I didn't apply. It was my wife, Nikita. She applied, and out of that 100 university, whatever, not approximately 100, but equal
Many.
amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, it includes even India also. I was there in Chennai applying university. She was pushing me, what, go and uh, try in India also. Because there was 1 year break. I was in Chennai. I was in theater, trying to get into movies. But that's where a lady power comes in. She said, "You want to go into the movie? Fine. Give yourself a year. Do the theater at the same time. You do your studies." So that was the time I did ITIL, Information Structure, Infrastructure Library, ITL management level. So I was doing that parallelly. I was doing my acting, and on the background, she was trying to get me into the university because she could see that, understand that a degree is very important. Now I'm so comfortable. I can fly to India on weekend and come back to Dubai. Even if I call for an audition, I can fly. I'm off this weekend. I can go, and I mean, obviously the flights are not working now, but yeah. So my wife played a very important role in getting me admissions, and she was actually in UK that time, Scotland, doing her
The other
actual
part of the
side.
love story. We'd like to hear the love story too.
So when I decided to resign and do studies, at the same time I wanted to get into movies. So we had 1 year kind of deal that go to Chennai, do the theaters, and do the studies. Both. Your theater will be 3 hours, maybe max, the whole day. Do the studies, and meanwhile I'm gonna try get you admission in university, and it's a half term, so for next 6 months you'll not get admission, but I'll try to get you something. I was not confident, so um, a love story itself is a big thing. So I chased her, I followed her. I wanted to be in Scotland, but I didn't get admission in Scotland. I got in England. Um, yeah, the same thing as I was telling. I always thought it would be very tough for me to reach her parents, or they will be very tough. They won't. But me being a Tamil, she being a Gujarati Jain, was very easy. All they want is to know that am I the right person. So the day after 9 years of love life, when I went and approached her parents, they were completely okay. They didn't show any negative attitude or stuff like that. They were completely okay because our relationship were very strong, and I was settled. I was holding a degree. I was holding lots of certification. I was back thanks to Dubai. Whatever I am, it's because of Dubai. I got a job in the government, and they were okay. But there was the whole changes. As I said, you need to have a mentor. The mentor can no not necessarily have to be an elderly person or whatever. It can be your girl. You know, sometimes you have to follow them. If you have that feel that what. Most of the time I don't understand why she want me to do this, or but I blindly follow because I know she has something in her heart which will work. So it was her who told that, what, I feel that uh, you want to be an actor. Somewhere deep inside you criticize, you talk about a lot about movies, and so it was her who pushed me. After her coming into my life, I got the degree. But yeah, my AR and office boy too, that phase started before I met her. Probably afterwards, whatever the growth or the impression what I made might be because I was not staying where I am. I wanted to do something better. That was one impression which could have impressed her, but the rest, everything was I got a boost, like friend like you. I still remember the SMS we were getting on the screen. There were people in Tamil, they were writing. I still remember. So this could have been like 15, 18 years before, but that still fresh in my mind. So good friends, my wife, yeah. We can talk a lot about my love story, yeah. But the overall, like a Varna Myram, I chased, and yeah, married
Yeah, about your
happily.
daughter. About your daughter.
My daughter, Naira, she goes to school. I know it's COVID, but we do drop her and pick her in school.
So, what does
Uh,
she want to see you as? As an actor on screen or as
yeah,
a partner?
I told her that I'm going to be the bad guy, and I'll be get beaten. She said, no, I don't want you to be the bad guy. I can't see you getting, you know, bad, doing bad things. I said, it's acting. So I'm like training her now that this is acting. I keep showing her that, see, the same person is in a different movie doing a different kind of acting. She haven't got it. She thinks they're real. Whatever they're doing is real. So eventually, if she wants me to be a good actor, I would prefer doing any role. Um, yeah, not willing to be a hero or whatever. That's not what I mean. I just want to be a good actor. I just want to adopt the character and do. It's okay. She will grow up. She will understand.
So, if you're thankful to your wife, other than that, can you name three people who have been very instrumental in your life and thank
Uh,
them in this moment?
First of all, obviously, we started with the name Mr. Abdul Latif Al Saik, Mr. Paul Chirayat. Um, I think Mr. Paul was 60 plus that time, and he was in a special case, specially appointed person. He wanted to give out his knowledge, so he has given me so much of knowledge about broadcasting and technical stuff that even in that 3 years or 5 years university, I will never gain that. So I was under him for more than 3 4 years. Sometimes I even used to go with him in his car till Sharjah, till his house, and he parks the car, and then I take a sharing or a bus back to Dubai Karama, Bar Dubai, where I live, because he will talk a lot about engineering thing. And when I initially started, my salary was 1200 dirhams. So 400 dirhams I used to send it to my home, which was supposed to be, I think that time was
Around 10.
5,000 rupees. That time, 5,000 rupees. And my room rent was 400, sharing. And then with the other 400, I will have take care of myself, my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So that was the time when a human resource manager newly joined. And he said that, you know what, from today onwards, you will not pay for your lunch. I didn't know why he said that. Because for me, first salary, that 1200 dirham was big. I'm sending 5,000 to India. I'm happy with my barik set rice in the lunch and parota omelette in the morning. I was happy, but he said, no, you will not pay for lunch. I didn't understand. I was enjoying, but that's David Obrio. You know him very well. So for 3 4 years, or maybe more than that, even if after I got you as a system administrator, even he said, no, Natu, you won't pay, I will pay. So he feeded me. I mean, when I got married, the first invitation from my side, I gave it to him. So he is that close to my heart, Mr. Paul Chirayat, and of course you. We have talked a lot. You've been always my mentor. Even last month, I called you when I was, going through something. You have been a very good brother and advisor. To the people who are watching the show, talk to Chris about any topic. He will give you the best advice. There are few times we spend uh, together where I can still talk about the conversation or about life or about movies. We talk a lot about movies. Uh, I mean, in your show, I don't want to talk about about you. So I'll leave that part. But
That's nice.
you've been a big brother to me, which I think when was the last time we met? 8 9 years before.
9 years back.
But last month I called you because I wanted some advice. So I don't remember when I met you. I still feel that I meet you every day, or whenever I needed, I meet you. I
It
see
was
you.
during Radio Me and the time you moved to Dubai TV. That was the time when
That
we
was
last.
2011. Yeah, but I don't feel disconnected with the people I am.
Shoot.
Like even we have moved. I mean, the world has become more digital. We are in different geographical location, but For me, it's the same. I'm the same. You're the same. David Obra is the same. Mr. Paul Chirad, I'm not in touch because he's quite old and I talk to his wife sometime. But yeah, life has been very treating me nicely. So
So it's
lots
been a
of good
wonderful
peoples around.
journey. It's been a wonderful journey, and I'm sure that you'll be on big screen with a smile as a good person itself, or the shade you like, because as you said, it is in the right acting which it matters. It doesn't matter whether you have a dark shade or a bright one. So wish you all success in movies too, because you have
Thank
conquered
you.
all your fears, all your limitations, everything. You've come till here. I'm sure the journey is you're just very near to that, and we'll all see you on screen. And that day, I can say that yeah, we talked over a cup of tea. Thank you very much for the time, and
Thanks, Kitchum.
thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much. Thank
Bye.
you.